Imagine stepping onto an island that looks like paradise, with soft sands, turquoise water, and palm trees swaying in the breeze. But hidden beneath this beauty are secrets that could put your safety at serious risk. From toxic air and dangerous wildlife to ancient legends and long-lasting contamination, some islands are so hazardous that few dare to approach them. In today's video, you'll discover 20 of the world's most perilous islands and why appearances can be deceiving. What mysteries lie just beyond the shore? Let's start. North Sentinel Island in India is home to one of the world's last uncontacted tribes, the Sentinelese, who have lived there for about 60,000 years. It is considered one of the most restricted places on Earth, not due to natural hazards, but because the tribe firmly protects its isolation. The Sentinelese have resisted outside contact for decades. In 2006, two fishermen unknowingly entered restricted waters and tragically lost their lives. Later, when authorities attempted to recover them, their helicopters were met with warning shots from the island. In 2018, an American missionary, John Allen Chow, made an unauthorized visit with the intent to communicate, but was fatally injured shortly after arriving. This strong resistance traces back to colonial encounters in the 1800s, when British officials removed several tribe members for study. Many became ill due to exposure to unfamiliar diseases. Those who returned shared traumatic accounts that likely deepened the tribe's resolve to remain isolated. To protect both the Sentinelese and visitors, the Indian government maintains a 5-kilometer exclusion zone around the island. This situation highlights the fragile balance between modern curiosity and the right of ancient cultures to live undisturbed. If you were given the chance to visit North Sentinel Island safely and without risk, would you go, or would you choose to respect their isolation? Why? Comment and chat with me. Off Brazil's coast lies Snake Island, officially Ilha da Queimada Grande, one of the most dangerous places on Earth. It's home to thousands of golden lancehead pit vipers, 1 to 5 snakes per square meter. These venomous snakes, found nowhere else, evolved in isolation and developed venom far more potent than their mainland relatives. There is currently no known antivenom. According to local legend, a lighthouse keeper's family once lived on the island but perished after a snake, leading to the automation of the lighthouse. Some stories also mention fishermen who were stranded there during storms and were never seen again, with their boats later found drifting offshore. Today, the Brazilian Navy restricts access to the island. Only authorized researchers, wearing full protective gear, are permitted to visit briefly. Between 2,000 and 4,000 vipers are estimated to live there. Without natural predators, the snakes have adapted to become highly territorial. Experts caution that if they were to reach the mainland, it could pose a serious threat to local ecosystems. If this video gave you chills or made you cancel a trip, give it a like and subscribe to help others discover these hidden dangers too. Papua New Guinea is often considered one of the most challenging places to visit due to safety concerns. Its capital, Port Moresby, faces high crime rates, and some areas are considered unsafe after dark, even by local authorities. Outside the cities, risks remain. The country is home to over 800 tribes, many living in remote regions with distinct traditions and limited contact with outsiders. In rare cases, intertribal conflicts can occur, and visitors are advised to be cautious and respectful when traveling through these areas. Natural hazards are also common. Located on the Pacific Ring of Fire, the island experiences frequent earthquakes and volcanic activity. Health risks like malaria are present, and some strains have become more difficult to treat. Wildlife poses additional dangers. Large saltwater crocodiles inhabit rivers and coastlines. The surrounding waters host venomous sea snakes, box jellyfish, and occasional sightings of great white sharks. Some of the most dangerous places on Earth are made by humans, not nature. Vozrozhdeniya Island in the Aral Sea is one example of what can happen when scientific experiments go too far. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union used this island as a secret testing site for biological research. For many years, scientists worked with agents like anthrax, plague, and smallpox to study their effects. The island became a major center for this kind of research. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, the site was abandoned. Large amounts of anthrax spores remained buried, and these can stay active in soil for a very long time. As the Aral Sea dried up, the island became connected to the mainland by a land bridge. This raised concerns about the potential spread of these materials. In 2002, the United States funded efforts to clean the area. Crews in protective gear worked for several months, though only part of the site was decontaminated. Some sections remain restricted today due to safety concerns. What's unsettling is how normal the area looks. It's just dry land with sand and shrubs, but some parts still require caution due to past contamination. Just 30 miles from San Francisco are the Farallon Islands, an area where environmental risks meet natural predators. From 1946 to 1970, the U.S. military disposed of over 47,000 barrels of radioactive waste in the surrounding waters. Many barrels were not properly sealed, and some eventually leaked into the ocean. Today, the seafloor near the islands is still monitored for residual radiation. Marine life has been exposed for decades, and while recent studies show reduced levels, the long-term effects remain under review. The islands also attract one of the world's largest seasonal populations of great white sharks. Each fall, hundreds gather to feed on seals and sea lions, earning the area the nickname Shark Highway. Some scientists have speculated that radiation exposure could influence shark behavior or health, but further research is needed. For safety reasons, fishing and recreational boating are restricted in this region, both due to marine life and environmental concerns. What surprises many is how close this remote area is to a major city. On clear days, the islands are visible from San Francisco's coastline, yet few residents are aware of their complex history and ecological challenges. On Japan's Miyake-Jima Island, residents carry gas masks due to volcanic gas exposure. The island is home to Mount Oyama, one of Japan's most active volcanoes. In the year 2000, a major eruption led to the evacuation of all 3,600 residents. Although the eruption ended, the volcano continues to release sulfur dioxide. The gas still escapes through the ground and can be harmful in high concentrations. Warning sirens alert people when levels rise, prompting the use of masks or indoor shelter. Children learn to use gas masks from a young age. Schools conduct regular drills and public areas are equipped with emergency supplies. Families should stay alert in case of shifting winds that may carry volcanic gases. The environment has changed. Acid rain has damaged vegetation, and the soil no longer supports most crops. The island's hot springs, once a tourist attraction, are currently unsafe for public use. Miyake-Jima was once a thriving community supported by fishing and tourism. Today, residents adapt to a new way of life, remaining resilient despite ongoing environmental challenges. Between Venice and Lido in Italy lies Poveglia Island, a place with a deeply tragic history. Beneath its peaceful surface are the remains of more than 100,000 people. In 1776, Venice began using the island to quarantine arriving ships. By 1793, a vessel carrying plague-infected passengers turned Poveglia into a burial site. For more than a century, the island has received those affected by illness, eventually becoming a symbol of sorrow for locals. In 1922, a mental health facility was established on the island. Some patients reported hearing strange sounds or seeing unexplained figures. According to local folklore, the hospital's doctor believed these visions were psychological and conducted questionable treatments, some of which were harmful. The hospital closed in 1968, and the island has remained uninhabited since. Later tests found that a significant portion of the soil contained human remains from its past. Today, public access to Poveglia is restricted. While officials cite safety concerns due to aging structures, some locals believe the island carries emotional weight from its history. In the cold waters off Nova Scotia lies Sable Island, often called the graveyard of the Atlantic. This narrow, crescent-shaped island is about 26 miles long and 1 mile wide, with over 350 documented shipwrecks. Its reputation stems from its location along busy shipping routes and frequent severe weather. Strong currents and storms shift the island's shape every year, creating new sandbars that make navigation dangerous. The weather can change quickly. Calm seas may turn into strong storms with waves reaching over 100 feet. Dense fog can reduce visibility, increasing the risk of accidents and groundings. Reaching the island offers little comfort. It has no trees, no fresh water, and no natural shelter. Wild horses live on the island, and gray seals, while typically shy, may react defensively if approached. Due to its remote location, rescue efforts during storms are extremely difficult and often delayed. Some survivors have faced harsh conditions while waiting for help. People who have stayed on the island have shared stories of hearing strange sounds during storms or spotting old wreckage washed ashore, reminders of the island's long maritime history. Reunion Island in the Indian Ocean looks like a tropical paradise, with white sand beaches, coral reefs, and warm waters. However, the surrounding waters have seen increased shark activity, especially from bull sharks and tiger sharks. Since 2011, more than 20 people have been seriously injured or killed in shark-related incidents. In response, swimming and surfing are restricted in many areas. Experts suggest that overfishing may have disrupted the natural food chain, possibly influencing shark behavior. The island's warm, nutrient-rich waters attract large sharks. Tiger sharks, which can grow up to 16 feet and weigh nearly 2,000 pounds, are known for eating a wide variety of items. Bull sharks can swim in both salt and fresh water and are recognized for their strong bite force. Reunion Island is also home to Piton de la Fournaise, one of the world's most active volcanoes. Its eruptions release gases and ash that can affect air quality. Once a popular tourist destination, the island now faces unique environmental challenges. The continued shark activity may point to broader changes in the local marine ecosystem. In 1945, during World War II, Ramree Island off the coast of Myanmar became known for one of the deadliest encounters between humans and wildlife. The island, with its beaches and mangrove swamps, became a dangerous trap for nearly 1,000 Japanese soldiers. Surrounded by Allied forces, the soldiers attempted to cross the swamp to reach safety, unaware that the area was home to many saltwater crocodiles. These large reptiles, some over 20 feet long, are known for a spinning motion called the death roll, used when capturing prey. As the soldiers moved through the water, many disappeared. Survivors later described hearing splashing and shouting during the night. British naturalist Bruce Stanley Wright, who documented the event, wrote that only 20 soldiers survived the ordeal. Today, the island remains home to many crocodiles. Locals have reported seeing individuals up to 25 feet long. Some have been observed leaving the water, with large tracks spotted leading into the jungle, reminding visitors to stay cautious in both water and coastal areas. The Maldives are known for their beautiful beaches and luxury resorts. But just a few miles away is Thilafushi Island, an artificial landmass created to manage the country's growing waste. Since 1991, it has expanded into a landfill stretching about 25 kilometers. Each day, boats bring large amounts of waste from nearby resorts. Much of it is burned in open areas, including plastic, electronics, and medical waste. This process can release harmful pollutants, including dioxins, which may pose health risks if exposure is prolonged. Many workers on the island, often migrants from Bangladesh, do not have access to full protective equipment. Toxic runoff has raised concerns about its impact on coral reefs and marine life. Studies have shown that fish near the island may contain elevated levels of contaminants. The Maldives' tourism industry depends on a healthy marine ecosystem, which could be at risk. At times, tourists in nearby areas may notice the smell of burning waste when the wind changes direction. Thilafushi is a striking reminder of the environmental challenges that exist close to some of the world's most visited vacation spots. Did any of these islands surprise you with how deadly they are? Tell us which one shocked you the most and why. In the North Atlantic Ocean lies Litla Dímun, the smallest and most remote island in Denmark's Faroe Islands. It measures less than 1 square kilometer and is known for its extreme conditions. The island is uninhabited due to its cliffs and lack of safe landing areas. Even the few accessible shores are often struck by strong waves, making entry difficult. A persistent fog, sometimes referred to by locals as the island's veil, often reduces visibility to just a few feet. This has caused some visitors to lose their way near the cliffs. The weather can shift quickly. Calm seas may turn into powerful storms with winds over 100 miles per hour. In the cold surrounding waters, survival time is very limited. The island's isolation adds to the challenge. The nearest inhabited land is more than 10 miles away, and rescue operations are difficult during frequent bad weather. Researchers who have studied the island note that animals like seabirds and seals sometimes struggle to navigate its foggy terrain. Local fishermen have shared stories of boats entering sudden fog and later being found without their crews. These accounts reflect the island's unpredictable and rugged environment. Heard Island lies in the remote Southern Ocean, more than 2,500 miles from the nearest mainland. This Australian territory is one of the most isolated and challenging places on Earth. Mawson Peak, the island's active volcano, is Australia's highest mountain. It erupts frequently without warning, releasing lava and sulfur dioxide gas. In high concentrations, this gas may cause serious respiratory issues and can remain in low areas for several days. The island's weather is harsh. Temperatures remain below freezing year-round. Winds can exceed 120 miles per hour, and blizzards may last for weeks, reducing visibility to near zero. Heard Island is also home to large elephant seals, which can weigh over 4 tons and may become territorial during breeding season. Leopard seals, found in nearby waters, are strong marine predators and have occasionally approached small boats. What makes the island particularly difficult is its isolation. There are no medical facilities or immediate rescue options. Severe weather may delay any assistance for weeks or longer. Researchers have found signs of earlier expeditions, such as abandoned gear and shelters, suggesting the environment can be extremely unforgiving. In Indonesia, Komodo Island is home to the world's largest lizards, Komodo dragons. These reptiles can grow up to 10 feet long and weigh more than 150 pounds. Komodo dragons have strong jaws and sharp teeth. Their saliva contains bacteria that may lead to serious infections. If untreated, bites can result in complications over time. These animals are skilled hunters. They can detect scents from several miles away. Local reports mention occasional encounters with humans, including rare incidents where dragons entered villages. During the breeding season, from May to September, dragons may display more territorial behavior. Caution is advised, and visitors are encouraged to follow safety rules at all times. Though rare, a few injuries to tourists have been reported, even with guides present. The island's rugged terrain adds to the challenge. Cliffs and dense vegetation can make movement difficult, while the dragons are well adapted to their environment. Despite the risks, tourism is allowed with regulations in place. Guides accompany all visitors, though their equipment may be limited. Travelers are urged to stay alert and follow all safety instructions. In the South Atlantic Ocean, more than 1,600 miles from the nearest land, lies Bouvet Island, one of the most remote and challenging places on Earth. This volcanic island is covered in ice year-round, with temperatures that stay below freezing. Steep ice cliffs, strong waves, and powerful winds make landing extremely difficult. Even experienced explorers find the island hard to access. Conditions on Bouvet Island are harsh. There is no fresh water, vegetation, or shelter. Only a few species of seals and seabirds adapted to the environment can survive there. The weather is intense. Winds can exceed 150 miles per hour, and blizzards may last for weeks. These create whiteout conditions, where visibility is near zero and wind chills are dangerously low. In 1964, a lifeboat was found on the island, along with oars and a fuel tank, but no trace of people. Later visits did not explain. The nearest shipping routes are hundreds of miles away, making the discovery even more puzzling. Some researchers believe the crew may have faced extreme weather shortly after arriving. Others have suggested unknown circumstances. The mystery has contributed to Bouvet Island's reputation as one of the most unexplored places on the planet. Off the coast of Scotland, Gruinard Island was once so contaminated with anthrax that it remained off-limits for nearly 50 years. During World War II, British scientists used the island to test biological agents. In 1942, anthrax bombs were detonated using sheep to study the effects. The experiment contaminated the island's soil, water, and vegetation with long-lasting spores. Anthrax is known to remain active in soil for decades and poses serious health risks. After testing ended, access to the island was restricted. Warning signs were posted, and the military monitored the surrounding waters. There were even concerns that birds traveling from the island might spread spores to the mainland. In 1986, the government launched a cleanup project. Workers treated the island with formaldehyde and removed the top layers of contaminated soil. The effort lasted 4 years and required significant funding. Although the island is now considered safe, some experts urge continued caution. Today, Gruinard is open to visitors, but local skepticism remains. Many still recall the years it was closed and are mindful of its history. Love dark travel stories and places you'd never dare to visit? Hit that subscribe button. More jaw-dropping destinations are coming soon. Between 1946 and 1958, the United States used Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands as a nuclear testing site. 23 weapons were detonated there, including the Castle Bravo hydrogen bomb, which was about 1,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Residents were asked to relocate temporarily for the good of mankind and were told they could return soon. More than 75 years later, their descendants are still waiting, as the area remains uninhabitable due to long-term contamination. Castle Bravo, detonated in 1954, was expected to yield 6 megatons but reached 15. It destroyed 3 islands, created a crater over a mile wide, and produced a mushroom cloud that rose 25 miles into the sky. Fallout spread to nearby areas, leading to significant health and environmental concerns. The Japanese fishing boat Lucky Dragon 5 was caught in the fallout 100 miles from the test site. The crew became ill shortly after exposure. One member later passed away, and the others experienced lasting health effects. The incident raised public concerns in Japan over food safety and radiation. Today, Bikini Atoll allows limited visits, but long-term stays and consuming local food are still restricted. Some species, like coconut crabs and coral, continue to show signs of exposure to past contamination. Located in the Strait of Hormuz, Qeshm Island faces both human and environmental challenges. As a free trade zone with limited regulation, it has attracted various informal trade networks. Low oversight has contributed to a lack of structured law enforcement, creating tensions in some areas. The island's rocky desert terrain is home to several venomous species, including Iranian vipers. These snakes are known for their potent venom and are more active during hot summer months. Qeshm's position along a major global shipping route adds strategic complexity. Ongoing regional tensions mean that the island is closely monitored by multiple stakeholders. Some reports mention the use of the island for unofficial trade routes. Independent observers and journalists have faced difficulties when trying to report on local activities. The island's harsh climate adds to the challenge. Temperatures can reach 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and access to emergency services is limited. Visitors are advised to be well prepared and aware of the region's remote conditions. In the Barents Sea lies Bear Island, a remote Arctic territory under Norwegian control. It is one of the most isolated locations on Earth, with no permanent residents and emergency support more than 400 miles away. The island is home to polar bears, which can weigh over 1,500 pounds and run faster than a human. These powerful animals are known to approach humans in rare instances and may show coordinated behavior when hunting. Survival conditions are extreme. Temperatures can drop to -40 degrees Fahrenheit, and strong winds can cause frostbite in minutes. Blizzards may last for weeks and cover the terrain with deep snow. Weather changes quickly. Calm conditions can turn into intense storms without warning, limiting visibility and shelter options. Some experienced explorers have encountered life-threatening conditions due to these rapid shifts. Other wildlife includes Arctic foxes, which may carry certain diseases, walruses that display protective behavior during mating season, and leopard seals known for their strong territorial instincts in the water. A few have stayed long on Bear Island. Some explorers have documented abandoned shelters and equipment believed to be left behind due to severe weather challenges. Fraser Island, off Australia's coast, looks like a tropical paradise with clear lakes, lush forests, and long beaches. But beneath its beauty are several natural hazards. The island is home to dingoes that have become less fearful of humans and have occasionally approached or bitten visitors. Authorities continue to monitor interactions closely. In nearby waters, great white bull and tiger sharks pass through during migration, making swimming risky. Even shallow areas should be approached with caution. Strong rip currents are common along the 75-mile coastline. There are no lifeguards, so swimmers must be especially careful in open water. Box jellyfish are also found in these waters. Their sting can be extremely painful and, in rare cases, life-threatening if untreated. On land, the island hosts funnel web spiders and highly venomous snakes, such as death adders and taipans. Prompt medical attention is essential in the event of a bite. Fraser Island's greatest risk is how easily its beauty can distract from the need for caution. Each year, incidents occur due to underestimating wildlife and natural conditions. Staying informed and alert is key to enjoying this unique location safely. These 20 islands show how dangerous our world can be. Some were made hazardous by human actions, others by nature, and a few by both. Many were once home to peaceful communities before disaster struck. Their stories remind us not to ignore natural forces or the impact of human decisions. Next time you plan a tropical getaway, remember these places. Beauty and danger often go together, and even paradise can hide real risks. Which island surprised you most? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and turn on notifications. More shocking destinations are on the way. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.